So I was wrong. I was wrong about remakes. I was wrong about one remake. I was wrong about Resident Evil 4. I figured they were just going to give us the same game, but I should have known better when they did Resident Evil 2 and 3. They don't really do the same thing, and they do it in a way that makes it feel refreshed, and they actually put effort into it to make it worth your money. But the biggest thing is that Capcom still charges $60 for their games. They have not upcharged to the 70, um, and it's just value in that in itself. But when you actually do a good job on a remake, and then you also are, you know, living by those principles of that you want to make sure these games aren't expensive, like Street Fighter 6 is still going to be 60. I have to support that. I was going to skip this game, and after watching videos and looking it up and seeing what they actually did, I can't skip it. I skipped Dead Space, and that was my favorite. That is literally my favorite. I skipped that game simply because of the cost. Plus, I didn't find the value in replaying that game. I find value in replaying Resident Evil 4 because of the amount of changes that were made. I'm not saying that Dead Space's changes weren't substantial. I'm just saying that to me, Resident Evil 4 holds it's like the birth of this genre, and then it's not only that, but it's this caliber and this execution that they have tightened that I really want to experience because honestly, I don't remember a lot of the game, and I want to play it in that way where I can actually. Unfortunately, I remember too much of Dead Space. So it kind of comes down to who you are and what you played. But at the same time, for me to save an extra little $10 is nice because I don't really want to pay that much for a remake, something I already played. But premium prices is just ridiculous to me at this point. But if you put out a quality product, doesn't it? Don't you have to take notice? So I'm taking notice. I'm going to go get Resident Evil 4 remake today. I'm probably gonna play it today, but yeah, I honestly think Capcom has positioned themselves to be one of the better publishers out there. Um, they've been on a tear. They've really been on a run. Like if you take a look at their catalog of what they put out since like 2017, it's just like they have been honestly putting in the work. So we started with Resident Evil 7 Biohazard because no, Resident Evil 7 Biohazard was one of the more accomplished refining genre type games, just like they did with Resident Evil 4, where they moved to a first person view, bring you closer and closer to that action, and it kind of went back to that true horror in a sense from Resident Evil 6. Um, so they have been redefining themselves, and then they kind of do these Resident Evil 7s or these newer games, Resident Evil Village and things like that. But then they take you back with the remakes, and they actually do a good job. And then they've been putting out Monster Hunter, where people actually enjoy that. Monster Hunter World was something people enjoyed after a few patches, of course. But then there's things just like on the horizon that they got coming out. Obviously, Street Fighter 6 is going to be a big game for them. Street Fighter 6 comes out in June, dude. It is March 24th or 26th, and they just put out Resident Evil 4. Probably a 10 out of 10 game. And I don't know. I just feel like they've been on a tear. Like Resident Monster Hunter Rise, Resident Evil Village, Resident Evil 3 was okay. It was a miss, but it wasn't like terrible. But Resident Evil 2, Devil May Cry 5. I don't know. I just feel like they are single handedly winning back the standalone game. Like for us, the games that we don't have to play. It's like all these multiplayer games or whatever. I'm kind of sick of it. But I mean, they are remakes. Don't get me wrong, they are remakes. So the games have already been played or you already have experienced it. But you're experiencing it in a new light, in a new way, and redefining it and staying true to the original. while also making it better for the new. It's just, yeah, I'm kind of in awe about how they did it and how they succeeded. I haven't even played it yet, but from what I even watched, what I've been looking at, what I've seen, that game look like it's going to be top tier once I play it. Unfortunately, there's a lot of stuff going on with the Xbox version, so I'm gonna have to get on the PlayStation 5, which is fine. But yeah, if you were going to buy it, that might be something you want to think about. If you watch Digital Foundry's video, they had talked about so there's a little ray tracing implementation that's a problem on the PS5, but there's a bigger problem with the Xbox where you have delayed, like, your controls are delayed. It's like latency in that. It's like there's like this the ability to actually turn and move and aim. It's all like on delayed. Like they're having an issue with the actual triggers or the buttons on the controller and being reflected on the screen. It's just, I don't know. They said something about acceleration or whatever, but you can check that out. But to avoid all that, I'm just getting on the PS5 and figure out the ray tracing later. I think they fixed the ray tracing actually. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Let me know what you think in the comment section below. Do you think Capcom is worthy of that title of just like one of the better publishers or one of the best publishers out there right now for us, especially single player games and Street Fighter? I mean, it's just like they have a lot of stuff going on, and I feel like they're doing it at a high level, and they're not trying to upcharge you for it. So yeah, let me know what you guys think. I want to thank you guys for watching as always. If you enjoy the content, please don't forget to like and subscribe as always. And I'll talk to you all in the next video. Peace.